How to Spot a Lie in 5 Seconds. The Science of Deception. Deception is everywhere. Learn to fight back. From job interviews to relationships, from politics to the boardroom, lies are an unavoidable part of life. Research suggests the average person hears between 10 and 200 lies every day, some harmless, others devastating. So, how do you cut through the noise and spot a lie in seconds? While human intuition is flawed, science offers proven tools to help you detect deception quickly and effectively. Let's break down the subtle signals and tactics liars use and how you can catch them in the act. 1. Watch for inconsistent body language. Liars often struggle to align their words with their body. Inconsistent signals are your first red flag. For example, a person says yes, but subtly shakes their head no. Their smile seems forced, only reaching their mouth and not their eyes. A real smile involves both. They cross their arms or turn slightly away while insisting they're being open and honest. Why it works. The body operates largely on autopilot. While people can control their words, their nonverbal cues often betray them. According to Dr. Paul Ekman, a pioneer in deception research, these micro-behaviors are difficult to suppress and reveal hidden emotions. Quick tip: focus on whether their body reinforces or contradicts what they're saying. If something feels off, trust your instincts and dig deeper. Chapter 2, Listen for verbal red flags. Liars often trip themselves up with their words. Pay attention to the following: too much detail, over-explaining a story, or flooding you with unnecessary information can be a sign of fabrication. They're trying to sound convincing by creating a vivid narrative. Qualifying phrases. Watch for sentences like, "to be honest," "honestly speaking," or "I swear." These phrases may signal an attempt to oversell their sincerity. Vague answers. Liars avoid specifics to reduce the risk of being caught. For instance, instead of saying, "I was at Joe's house at 8 o'clock, they'll say, "I was out with friends." Why it works. People naturally stumble under the pressure of constructing a false story. Their need to sound believable either makes them say too much or too little. Quick tip: ask follow-up questions. Liars tend to repeat themselves, change details, or grow defensive when pressed for specifics. 3. Watch the eyes, but not for what you think. There's a myth that liars avoid eye contact. In reality, skilled liars know this cliché and often overcompensate by making intense, unblinking eye contact. Instead, watch for rapid blinking. Excessive blinking can indicate stress or anxiety caused by lying. Pupil dilation. Studies show that lying increases cognitive load, which may cause the pupils to expand slightly. Unnatural eye movement. Someone thinking on their feet may look up to the side or break eye contact briefly when crafting a response. Why it works. The eyes are a window into a person's mental state. While staring can be deliberate, micro movements and stress indicators are much harder to fake. Quick tip: don't focus only on eye contact. Watch for sudden changes in eye behavior when they're asked a difficult question. 4. Observe the pace and tone of their speech. A liar's voice often betrays them. Pay attention to sudden changes in pitch or tone. A higher pitch may indicate nervousness, while a monotone voice may signal rehearsed speech. Pauses and hesitations. Liars need time to construct their story. They may insert filler words like or more frequently, speaking too quickly or too slowly. Rushed speech can indicate a desire to get it over with, while overly slow responses suggest careful, deliberate fabrication. Why it works. Telling the truth requires less mental effort. Lying, on the other hand, places extra strain on the brain, which can impact speech patterns. Quick tip: compare their speech patterns to how they typically talk. Sudden deviations are a major clue. 5. Spot microexpressions. Microexpressions are involuntary facial expressions that last just a fraction of a second. These fleeting signs often reveal someone's true emotions before they regain control. Look for disgust, a brief wrinkle of the nose or narrowing of the eyes, fear, raised eyebrows, widened eyes, and lips pulled slightly back, contempt, a one-sided smile or smirk. Why, it works. Microexpressions are difficult to suppress because they originate from the limbic system, the brain's emotional center. Even the most skilled liar can't completely control them. Quick tip: practice recognizing microexpressions by studying facial patterns. There are tools and videos online, like Dr. Paul Ekman's research, that help train your eyes to spot these subtle clues. How to combine these tools for maximum accuracy. No single sign guarantees that someone is lying. However, the key is to look for clusters of behavior. Does their tone shift as they avoid answering a question? Are their eyes darting around while their body language becomes rigid? Do their words lack specifics while their face shows microexpressions of fear or contempt? When multiple red flags align, there's a high likelihood that you're being deceived. The science of deception, in your hands, lies are everywhere. On social media, in advertising, in politics, and even in your personal relationships. But now, you have science-backed tools to fight back. By learning to spot inconsistencies in body language, tone, speech, and facial expressions, you can uncover the truth in just a few seconds. The next time someone tries to pull the wool over your eyes, remember, deception might be common, but it's far from invisible. All you need to do is watch, listen, and observe closely. Because when you master the art of spotting lies, you're not just protecting yourself, you're reclaiming control over your reality.